Hello and welcome to Learning Office 2016. My name is Mike Henry and this is the 10th video from Word Chapter 1. In this video we're going to learn how to print a document. So you can see we have a document here. This document you've been slaving hours over and working this document, and it's now ready to be printed so you can turn this document in. This is something I always suggest before you print any document. Always do a save. Either click on this icon here, do a Control S, but save that document. That way if there's some type of problem during printing and transmission, you have a saved copy of it. So first thing we always do when we print, we save it. Now we can get to the printing in two different ways. You can do a Control P you'll see immediately takes me to that printing area. Or I can come up to File and I can come down here to Print. Either way I get to this printable area. For those who have printed in Word before and you're using an older version, you'll now see that this gives us a picture of what the document's going to look like from a whole piece of paper view. You can zoom in and zoom out on it if you want to, but that gives us just a kind of overview of what the first page is going to look like. I can skip through to page 2 and page 3 if I need to, and I can look at what those pages will look like too. Now over here I can immediately hit print and that would send that document right to the printer. I can actually make multiple copies, so if I wanted 2 or 3 copies of this I could do that. And right here this would allow me to pick which printer I'm sending it to. I can click down here and you can see I have multiple printers I can print to. Once you get into the work environment, you might find that depending on the company you're working for, there is a lot of different printers associated to you, and you might have ones that are very specific. This might be one that does a draft print so people can edit it, and it's a printer that does not require a lot of ink. There might be another nice one that says color printer, and that's the one that's going to probably sit right outside the boss's office because it costs a lot of money to print, and they're going to make sure that that's only being used for customer printout copies only, not something that you're just going to use for an editing job. Now down here you can see there's a bunch of settings. Depending on the printer you might see other settings that come in there. But right now it's set up to print all the pages, and I can see right there. I could print just selected pages, so if I only wanted page 2, I could click right here and now I'm only going to print page 2. I can set it up one-sided or double-sided if my printer has that capability. The big other one that people change is from portrait to landscape, so I can change the direction of the paper, and then depending on how big the printer is, if you have different types of paper styles in there or sizes, you can affect that right there. Once you're ready, you simply click the print button and now your paper is off and being printed. So in this video we learned how to print a document, and we learned it's more than just hitting Control P and sending that document to the printer. Depending on the kind of printers you get out there in the work world, they are very advanced. You can collate things, you can have things 3-hole punch, you can do a lot of different things. If you ever get a printer that's advanced like that, you'll probably get trained on how to use those particular settings because it could be very expensive if you make a mistake. We saw the more important thing, that I could print just a set of pages out of a document and not have to print all that document. Printing can be a very expensive thing. Printing is changing a lot as we see these new technologies and people are going more and more paperless. Make sure you understand how your business is going to use the printed document. And last thing, before you send it to the printer, always save your document. Always save that document so you have it in case something goes wrong.